This is important too in reference to these racists or the reverse racism of Barack Obama and his administration and his Secret Service agent that fabricated against me and tried to murder me several times. He's one of the Secret Service agent is obviously an African American or a person that's tied in with Barack Obama and Joe Biden. The activity of these people tried to accuse my parents of slavery. My parents and grandparents had court records of why they wouldn't hire slaves back in the day. My parents and grandparents disagreed with slavery. There are court documents that have to be publicized in the American media because my parents refused to hire slaves. And there are court records that represent that information. And every person that ever accused my family of being wealthy because of slaves or fabricating that they said that slaves had built America, those government people need to show up in court. My parents became wealthy because they reinvested their revenues and invested in banking and had interest on their accounts. These government politicians and their lies and their immediate crimes of them getting into government to accuse wealthy people like Adolf Hitler did. They tried to accuse wealthy people of America of being wealthy when people was overpopulating or people had overpopulated and the growth population of the people in the country outnumbered the jobs of availability. These politicians, see, wages are set by the government. They're not set by business owners. Are you aware of that? There's regulatory facts of what minimum wage is that is regulated by the Treasury. Of course, companies might pay above that, which is normal, and that's usually what happens in reference to production of products or productions of labor. The activity of dirty politicians such as Barack Obama and Joe Biden, they have tried to murder me. Donald Trump has possibly tried to murder me. Bill Clinton possibly tried to murder me. George Bush tried to murder me, is what it seems like. So somebody needs to provide any information of any of these former presidents of them ever attacking me or stealing any of my penis or stealing any of my money, and to see which ones have really been involved in the activities of trying to hurt me, trying to steal from me, or trying to murder me. Now, somebody had tried to say that Bill Clinton tried to call me the day that my mother had been murdered. But see, I was there at my mother's house when my mother had gotten shot because I had gotten shot. Now, I didn't get the phone call when Bill Clinton supposedly called. So we need that phone call provided to the media. The recording of Bill Clinton calling me when my mother, Doris Duke, had died. We need that published on CNN and all news media in America, and in newspapers and on the internet, because I did not receive the phone call. And in reference to any other phone call that any president or governor or mayor has tried to call me, some of them have possibly tried to tell these satellite controllers to leave me alone. Now, some of these presidents, some of their people underneath them might have been the ones trying to murder me, or they might have been some of the people that tried to steal my wealth. Them denying who I am and who my biological parents are is a crime. No president or no governor or mayor or no law enforcement has any right denying who my biological parents are. That is a protection fact. Who my parents are and the wealth of my parents and the fact of them owning a lot of land in America is very important. That is one of the things that's supposed to protect me from people hurting me, people trying to endanger my life, people mutilating me, people trying to call me a bottom feeder or any kind of shit like that. When my father and mother owned farms in America, owned beef farms, chicken farms, vegetable farms, turkey farms, and other types of farms. Even owned pork farms too, or pig farms, and fruit farms, and manufacturing and producing products and containers for food products, and for shipment and truck driving companies and other things. and gas stations and grocery stores. So it's very important, and department stores. A lot of information. So in reference to these government people slandering my parents about slavery, when this country already had buildings and cities before slavery ever existed in this country. My parents did not hire slaves. There are court records that are on record in the Supreme Court, which must get publicized in the American media. There's a reason why my parents wouldn't hire slaves. There's a reason why my parents disagreed with slavery, of course. And I disagree with slavery. All the accusations of these political people making up accusations of people's wealth in this country, they tried to fabricate slavery on all the wealthy people. Now, the country that these people came from, whether they're white, black, or any other country, there are rich people in their country that they came from. Did those people enslave their race? We need some information about the countries that these people originated from, whether there was slavery in the country they came from. That is very important. I have friends that are black. I have friends that are white. I have friends of different colors and ethnicities. These people damaging my face and teeth must get ordered into court, and they must get prosecuted for their sex crimes and mutilations and hate crimes. And this government satellite man said he damaged my teeth because he thought I would turn gay. Never been gay, not gonna be gay. The satellite man said he damaged my teeth because he thought I would lower my standards in reference to the types of girls that I date. Well, my mother and father had set standards in reference to the types of girls that I was allowed to date for protection reasons, so people in government or so other people wouldn't endanger my life. That's why I'm only allowed to date certain types of females of certain classifications. Not allowed to date political people's daughters. They would try to murder me and try to steal everything. They would try to frame me and they'd try to overpower the laws with their political lies and their fabrications of forgeries. Meaning their fabrications and their activity of trying to forge documents. That's why I can't date political daughters of politicians. There's other reasons too. Some of those political families was involved in the murder of my parents. Some of them was involved in stealing from my family and my parents and grandparents. So in reference to classifications of females, there's only certain types of females that I'm allowed to date that come from certain types of classifications. And this government man that has damaged my teeth and face must get prosecuted because I am a historic document of America and Europe and some other places. And I've broken some world records in certain things. And those government people must get prosecuted for terrorizing my life and damaging my face and teeth. And they need to get prosecuted for violating the history and hundreds of years of history of my family doing business in America and internationally. Those people have tried to slander my character because they were trying to get in between my family business of international business. They were trying to make themselves into the middleman to steal everything from me. And those motherfuckers better get prosecuted for treason and for attempts of murder and mutilations and financial fraud that these people have stolen from me. The monies that they have stolen, the benefits that they have stolen, the refusals of them that they have stolen mine benefits that I was supposed to have received. They have stolen my benefits. They have stolen monies that I was supposed to have received with their fucking impersonators and their goddamn forgeries and their liars. And they must get prosecuted for their crimes.